Hey guys, my name is Brenda Nicole and welcome back to my channel. So because this year is a new era of us, I've really been trying to experiment and look for, new forms of spirituality, manifestation, good vibes, the whole 9 yards. And on my way to doing so, I've been coming across a lot of these types of videos. They're called subliminals. So, subliminal messaging has been around for a very long time. We all know this, but this new kind of trend, it's kind of like a crossbreed between what people are calling manifestation, reality shifting. It's kind of like in that world. I want to call it spirituality. It's like with Gen Z. It's Gen Z spirituality. Does that make any sense? So it's definitely caught my eye, and some of them really aren't that bad. Like this one, Femme Fatale Subliminal, attract anyone, become confident. That's nice. I like that. Who wouldn't want that? Some are a little bit more strange. Grow 5-10 feet fast and remove blockages. Subliminal. This has 6 million views. That's 6 million people who are now 5'10". And then some are straight up dangerous. Use not more than once. Flat belly might cause burning sensations. I don't even know where to begin with that one. If I start listening to an audio and I start getting burning sensations in my abdomen, I'm heading straight for the hospital. Now, to a person who's not quite familiar with these things, it might seem a little, how should I say this, impossible to listen to a 2-minute clip and get a warning. The Fat Project, extremely big booty subliminal. Listen once. Magically, how does this even work? But before we get into all of that, we have to actually listen to some science. So the official definition of subliminal messaging is, the scientific one, are subliminal stimuli are any sensory stimuli below an individual's threshold for conscious perception, in contrast to supraliminal stimuli above threshold. So supraliminal would be kind of things that I listen to that have genuinely impacted my mood and my energy and my outlook, which are things like positive affirmations, ASMR, sleep hypnosis, where you can actually perceive what is being kind of fed to you. And it doesn't have to be just auditory. Right now I'm looking at auditory, but it can be visual, it can be sensory, any of the 5 senses can be above and below threshold. Now, yes, there have been plenty of scientific studies and actual science to back up the importance or the effectiveness, I should say, of subliminal stimuli. Now, this is a study from 2012 named Exposure to Subliminal Arousing Stimuli Induces Robust Activation in the Amygdala, Hippocampus, Anterior Cingulate, Insular Cortex, and Primary Visual Cortex, which are all different parts of the brain that kind of indicate that, yes, what you are listening to, you are receiving and you are processing and you do understand what it means, even though you're not consciously realizing these things, right? They did an MRI analysis on different people with different subliminal messaging, subliminal stimuli, and they looked at their brains through an MRI scan, and they realized, yes, this stuff actually works. But at the same time, these studies had inconclusive results about auditory subliminals, which is what we're looking at right now. And even so, how they measured that these things were working, these subliminal stimuli were working, was that they tried to influence someone's decision to pick something by sending them kind of these subliminal messages to pick that thing. So sometimes it would be faces. They would show them subliminally faces that they should pick, and then they give them an option of different faces to pick, and then they would pick the face that they had been, hypnotized to pick. So that's the thing, that's the science that has been proven on how these things can work. Not about things that a person can't control, like genetics or other outside factors. So, this is science, but no. Right now, we're going off of vibes, not science. So I wanted to try one of these videos and bring you guys along for the journey. Let's see what this is about. Full disclosure, I am not a researcher. This is not some sort of thesis. This is barely going to follow the scientific method. So I am not in any way going to pretend that this is an actual veridic scientific study, because it most certainly won't even come close to being that. But regardless, I still want it to be as controlled as possible so it carries a little bit of weight. So choosing the audio that I was going to listen to was not hard at all. I wanted something that was much less psychological, because we know for a fact, or we're pretty sure that already works. So, we have actual science to prove that. We don't need me to be like, yes, I'm more confident after listening to 20 hours of being confident sounds. Like, yeah, that makes sense that it would work. I want something a little bit more out there, but not something so extreme where I know for a fact that it would never work, like me magically growing 4 feet in my 20s. So this is the video that I chose. It's called Message from Desired Person, Strong Subliminal, Listen Once. Now, you're probably thinking, whoa, what's the desired person? It was really difficult to pick what person I was going to choose, because in the description it says, you don't need to text them first, works for, stranger who you have a crush on, crush who knows you, classmate, childhood best friend, friend, family members, partner, boss, teacher, scholarship, work, raffle, idol. It also works for an audition and a job interview. So it claims that it works for someone that you don't know. No. Wait, what? Who doesn't know you, but you know of? And then they can send you a message because I guess they're inclined to. It comes to them, I don't know, through a dream or through waves of energy, or it doesn't matter. So I wanted to pick someone who it wasn't so impossible for me to get a message from them where it was like, this was never going to work. Ariana Grande sent me a text message saying that she wants to collaborate with me on her new album. And Ariana's just like, hey, I have no idea who you are or what you even sound like singing, but I just kind of had this inkling that I needed to send you a DM and asking you to be in my next single. Also, here's $10 million. So the rules are, drink 2 cups of water before and after listening. My subliminals include booster. I don't know what that is. Volume must be in 20 to 60%. Listen once a day. No negative affirmations hidden. Downloadable. Fast, safe, and tested by the FDA. Just kidding, it's not. So following those rules, I'm going to try to do... Oh, did I even say what person it was? Good grief. The person that I'm gonna hope or have in mind to message me is Miss Remy Ashton. She is a YouTuber that I look up to a lot. She just seems really cool and nice and fun to hang out with. And I think it'd be really cool to receive a message from her. Just like a positive one. Just be like, hey, you're amazing. And that would make my month for sure. So according to these rules, in order to have, some sort of base control experiment, I'm going to listen to it at the same time every single day. And I'm going to listen, obviously, to the same recording every single time. I'm going to give this a time frame of around 3 weeks before I give up on it. And hopefully in those 3 weeks it works. It says listen once. I'm kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully this won't subliminally make me join the Illuminati. I think this is a perfectly reasonable timeline because in a lot of the comments, everyone says, oh my gosh, this happened to me right away. I listened to this once and now my crush loves me. I want this to be fully the audio and nothing that I actually do or intervene with. Because again, it says that I don't need to text them first. So I'm going to listen to my little subliminals for a few weeks and I'll check back with you at the end of the 3 weeks. So we're back. I listen to this every single day for 3 weeks. I listened to this so much that my YouTube recommended was only subliminals. So yeah, at the beginning, I was kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of scary. It was a little eerie listening to it because I knew it was kind of like spooky. There's a lot of spooky connotations with subliminal messaging. But eventually I listened to it so many times that it was just like nothing. By like the 14th day, I was just over it. I started learning the lyrics to the little song that would play. It was a song that would play 3 times. Yes, so you're probably wondering, okay, the question, why we're all here, did it work? Did I finally get that message? And you guys, at first, I listened to it once, twice, 3 times, 4, a lot of times. And I was kind of starting to lose hope. And then, drum roll please, it didn't work. I didn't get any messages from anybody, actually. I don't know. Did I do something wrong? I followed all of the instructions. I took so much water. There was just a lot of water drinking and a lot of listening. I found myself singing the songs when I wasn't even listening to the video anymore. And I went through all of the ups and downs and nothing happened, which is so disappointing. There was truly like a little ray in my heart hoping that this was going to work. And it didn't. I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. I was really hoping that it would come true. I was believing in it, the whole shebang. And I was just left with a whole bunch of empty disappointment. And frankly, that's heartbreaking. I was really just ready to become best friends with Remy Ashton. So, if anyone knows what I did wrong or how I can improve next time, maybe I'll try again. Maybe I won't because, this is a long time. And besides, it says to only listen once, and I listened to this thing for 3 weeks. Like, no one can tell me anything. I gave it the benefit of the doubt, and it did not deliver. I'm very disappointed. Yeah, this video, I wouldn't call it a fail. It was a question of whether or not it would work, and we got our results. Not all experiments are successful, and this one just wasn't. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, you guys. Give it a like, please subscribe. I just want to earn enough money to buy cookies. My name has been Brenda Nicole, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye. I loved you every minute, every second.